Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with my guy, Chris Ruffolo, as we continue to cook up and break down some of this WNBA action. Welcome to the WNBA Layup session, ladies and gentlemen. Money Making Friday. We got 3 games on the card, and we're here to let you guys know our thoughts, our opinions, and how we see tonight's action shaping out. Chris, what's happening, my man? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Like yesterday was just the definition of a dog day. Both dogs not only covering but cashing outright, as double-digit dogs as well. So if you're on either one or both of those, kudos for that. Those days are going to happen. I think it's just all about picking your spots. I think today, definitely a day where we're going to have to sort of dissect the lines here, see if there are spots to be picked out. But we're in the dog days of summer, and it's just going to be about sort of navigating the choppy waters. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Last night was a good night for me in hoops, at least. Cashed the NBA Play of the Night with the Indiana Pacers outright money line. Got Game 7 on Sunday, and I cashed my play in the WNBA last night with the Valkyrie ATS. Now 18-6 on that top play this season. Just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward. Looking to continue to stack some units, betting WNBA hoops. We got 3 games to do exactly that tonight. I'm glad to have you here. I'm ready to break it down. I'm ready to try to help the folk and myself make some money tonight in this beautiful Money Making Friday. Ready to do it?
Absolutely. Let's break it down.
Let's do it. First game on the board. We got the Washington Mystics out on the road facing the Atlanta Dream. 8.5-point home favorites total. 157.5. How you feeling here?
Yeah, I went back and forth on this one, but I think I'm going to be sticking with the Dream here. These two teams just met, like a week ago, and the Dream won that game by 33 points. I think it'd be easier for me to consider the revenge spot here if this game was in Washington, but it's in Atlanta, and Atlanta this season already the best ATS team in the WNBA this season. The Mystics give up a fair number of threes. The Dream shoot a ton of threes. So I think that barrage, I think just trading threes for twos in this game for the Mystics just isn't going to work. And I think the Dream can get it done here. So I'm going to lay the points with the Dream in this one.
Of the 3 games tonight, this is probably my least favorite. These are 2 teams I don't bet on a whole ton. I don't really love this game tonight. If I were to bet it, I would take the Mystics plus the points. They got obliterated by the Dream less than a week ago. It was like 5 days ago. So it kind of fits into the quick revenge spot for me here for Washington. I like how they bounced back and played Chicago following that terrible loss to Atlanta. We've already seen the Mystics beat Atlanta once this season. They beat them the first meeting this season. I think last game these 2 teams played was the anomaly for Washington. I think tonight will be much more competitive than the last game was. I don't think they'll be nearly as bad offensively as they were in that last game. I would lean towards Washington plus the points, just expecting this game to be closer in the revenge game after a blowout for the Mystics. But again, I don't really love this first game of the day. But that is my thoughts on it. We keep it rolling. Next game up, we got my hometown team, the Dallas Wings, out on the road facing the Connecticut Sun. They're favored to beat the Sun, 4.5-point road favorites in this one, and I'm rocking with them. Shout out to my Wings. A lot of y'all did not like my play on the Wings the other night against the Valkyrie. I understand why. The Valkyrie had won 3 straight. The Wings, from a record standpoint, are one of the worst in the league. From a talent standpoint, I don't think that's the case. I just think it took a little minute for some of this talent to gel, to kind of garner some chemistry, to kind of figure out how to play with one another. And of recent, I've liked what I've seen from the Wings much better than to start this season. We've already seen them beat Connecticut once this season, and I think they do it again here. Again, when Paige comes into Connecticut, it's damn near like a home game for the Wings. Paige is the pride and joy of Connecticut. Dominated you at UConn for forever. The Connecticut Sun fans they're going to be in page gear more than likely. So that's just my thoughts and my opinions on it. The Wings are 4.5-point road favorites in this game for good reason. I've told you guys all season long, I believe the Sun are the worst team in this league. Wings stack back-to-back wins. I get laying points with this team on the road may cause pause for some. Not for me. Give me the Wings. I'm going to lay it here in this one. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with the Wings here. I would have liked it a lot better at 2.5 where the line was originally at. I think a lot of people see what we see with the Wings here against the Sun. The Sun, yeah, worst team in the WNBA, and a bit of a peeling back the fourth wall. A bit of a spoiler alert. We are filming this after the morning show on Friday, but I think Jay and Brad made a good comparison. This is like the Hornets versus Wizards in the WNBA, and for me, with the Sun being the Wizards of the WNBA, there's a simple rule. We followed it with the Wizards in the regular season. I think we follow it here. With the Sun, you either back them to win outright on the money line or you fade them and expect them to lose by double digits. And I could easily see them losing to the Wings here by double digits. The Wings, for me, are just a team with far more offensive upside with Paige Beckers and Arike and just a better lineup. I'd like to see Maddie Siegrist back, but I think the Wings do enough here. So I'm with you. Give me the Wings here, laying the 4.5.
Last and final game of the night, we got the Seattle Storm out on the road facing the Las Vegas Aces. Storm are favored in Las Vegas, 2.5-point road favorites. How you feeling here in this one?
Yeah, obviously the news for the Aces here is that Asia Wilson upgraded to questionable with that concussion and concussion protocol. I'd probably say about 60-65% she plays in this game. For me, though, it doesn't matter. I'm still taking the Storm even on the road because the Storm, A, have been a thorn in the side of the Aces for the better part of the last couple seasons. But B, this has been an Aces team that's been underwhelming even with Wilson in the lineup when she was at full, when she was fully healthy. And we've seen in other spots where, a star player or even any player in general misses a few games and then comes back. And though it's not just like, oh, you put your best player back in the lineup and immediately, this team starts winning games again. Sometimes it takes about a half to get your feet underneath you. And the Storm may not be the best road team in the WNBA, but they're still a competitive team with Skylar Diggins, Ogumake, Gabby Williams. This is still a very good Storm team. So I think that the Storm get it done here. I might take them on the money line, pay the extra 20 cents as opposed to, laying the 2.5 here. But I think that's probably I'll be with the Storm in this one.
On the other side, I'm on the Aces with or without Asia Wilson. I like how they played the Mercury. I like how they played the Lynx, even without Aja in the lineup. And with her returning, I believe she's the second best player in the league. I think having somebody like that coming back into the lineup pushes them over the edge, especially at home, at the crib. I don't trust Seattle on the road the same way I trust them at home. I would bet it now. I'll bet Aces now at plus money and hope that Aja's in the lineup. But even if she's not, I'm not worried. I'm really not worried. I think the Aces come in here, play good basketball tonight, and come out with a home win. So that's where I'm at. Give me the Aces. We saw them beat the Storm in the most recent meeting in Seattle. I think they do the same thing tonight at home, at the crib, in our last and final game of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. Of course, all we ask is that you smash that like button for us. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As I always say, man, if you're rocking with us, rock with us. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site, man. 18-6 for me on my top play in the WNBA. Looking to go 19-6 on that play after tonight. You guys can scoop that play up over at Pickdawgz Premium for $19. Been seeing the board really well, man. I got some baseball over there for you. I got one more game in the NBA with Game 7 coming down the pipeline in a couple days. So just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward, looking to continue to help you guys turn a profit. Pair me up with Chris. Let's do the damn thing, man. What you got going on over at Pickdawgz Premium, Chris?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to have a WNBA play of the day as well, but I'm mostly focusing on baseball. I'm going to have a $19 play there and a 5-pack from Major League Baseball. But, this is a great time that you can pair Jay and I up. Can jump on that multi-capper promotion. Whatever you do, though, use that promo code PICK at checkout, get 15% off your purchase. But way we're both running right now, it's a great time to jump on board and do so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Money Making Friday. Make it a good one. See y'all tomorrow. Right here. Peace.